Am I the only one to remember that commercial? Nationwide is on your side. Well, it probably didn't sound like that. And Nationwide may be on your side, but HR isn't. Let's talk about it. When it comes to complaints and investigations, HR wants you to think that they are on your side. Now, I've said in many videos, HR is not your friend nor your therapist, but their role in a company is to insulate the company from liability and lawsuits. So now they have an investigation on their hands, probably based on the complaint that you submitted, and they want to meet with you. And that's perfectly fine. But let me tell you the purpose of the meeting. They tell you the purpose is, we want to make sure we capture all the facts of the situation, that everybody has a safe space to work in. And, we want to get everything out into the open and see if we can resolve this problem that's going on. Now, let's translate that into what that really means. The translation of that is going to fall into the unwritten rules of corporate territory for employees, that is. When they say they want to get all the facts out on the table, the translation of that is, yes, tell me what you have. Tell me what evidence you have. Is it he say, she say? Or actually, do you have documentation to back up your assertions? We need this because we need to determine the real risk for lawsuit. Is the train off the track, or can we get it back on and stop a lawsuit? So in a nutshell, the interview that they have with you and the conversation they have with you about the issue at hand is just to determine how much risk you are to the company. The other thing they want to know is who was involved, who's seen this happen. And when you start naming people, what they're going to do is go interview them, right? They want to get their story. So when they get their story, they're basically assessing their credibility. And, if there is a lawsuit coming, is this person going to testify against us? And if they believe the answer is yes, they'll start looking into their background as well, their performance issues. Do they have any write-ups with the company? And you're thinking like, yeah, they're going to talk to X, Y, and Z because they saw everything that happened and they're going to let them know that this happened to me and it's really solid. But on their end, it's called building a strategy. And another thing they're going to be looking for is what workplace policies have been violated when this situation was going on. They're looking at that for both sides. And you're thinking, well, I'm the one that reported the issue. Yeah, you are. But they want to know, just in case you have enough to sue that ass, they want to know what workplace policies have been broken by you, in efforts to build a defense. I've been in the room and seen this shit happen firsthand. Their overall goal was to discredit the subordinate, the person that's reporting that the problem or whatever. And then if there's a manager involved, to save the manager and defend the manager, even if the manager was wrong. That would be one of their strategies. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but it is common. Now, once their investigations have concluded, they're all going to sit at a round table with counsel included to see what they got. What are the risks? How can they be managed? If there's a lawsuit pending, or is there a lawsuit that they can stop? And what their next moves are going to be. If they conclude that this problem or this issue that has been raised is pretty much he say, she say, they're not too much worried. But if you've been doing what I told you to do all along, document, then they're probably thinking, Houston, we may have a problem here. So I just want to give you a little insight on what happens in the background in HR investigations, the unwritten rules that you are unaware of. And remember, HR is not there to protect you. They're there to protect the company, to insulate the company from liability and lawsuits from you. And as always, I hope this helps and I was able to demystify some of what happens when there's an HR investigation going on.